Ми продовжуємо цикл занять для підготовки до НМТ з англійської мови. Нагадаю вам, що під час тесту вам буде запропоновано два типи завдань. Це завдання з читання, reading, і завдання з використання мови, use of English. Тож наше з вами завдання зосередитися на виконаннях вправ саме цього типу. Тож тема нашого сьогоднішнього заняття – school, школа. Тож усі наші завдання сьогодні будуть так чи інакше пов'язані з цією темою. So, Masha, tell me please, can you see these pictures?
Yeah.
Okay, now I can give you some time just to think how you can describe each of these pictures in a few words just.
On the first picture, there are two students that are writing something, and there is an open book in front of them. On the second picture, there are four adults. And they seem to be looking at something, but it looks like a blank page.
Okay.
And on the last picture, there is one adult and three children. And they seem to be not at school, but at some home, maybe
At home.
living room. Yeah, there is a plate of fruits and water, and the whole look of the room is not like school.
Okay, thank you very much. So now I'd like you to have a look at the questions. So the first question is, which classroom situation is closest to your own school experience? Can you tell me?
Right about now, probably neither, because we study online, but before that, probably the first picture.
Okay, the first picture, yes? Okay, so now let's answer the second question. So which one do you think is the best environment for learning and why?
Also probably the first picture.
And why?
They seem to all have their personal space, unlike in the second picture, and the environment is clear and not there are no objects that can distract students from learning.
Okay, that's very nice. Thank you very much. Okay, now I'd like you to think about school subjects, different school subjects. So the task is to read the sentences and write or just say the names of school subjects. Okay, so will you please read the first sentence and try to guess what subject it is?
It's the study of energy and matter and things such as light, sound, heat, and electricity. Physics?
Yeah, you're absolutely right. Okay, number 2.
You can learn about color, shading, and perspective in this subject. Art?
Right. Okay, number 3.
It's the study of the world's surface, its climate, countries, populations, etc. Geography?
Right. Okay, number 4.
It involves playing instruments and learning about rhyme, etc. Rhythm. Okay. It's musical education.
Okay, right.
You learn about the past in the subject, e.g. life during World War II, history.
Okay.
In this subject, you can find out how to use the internet and how to create websites, IT.
Good. Okay.
It's a study of plants, animals, and humans, biology.
Okay, the last one.
It's a scientific study of the structure. Structure of what?
You can't see, right? Just a moment, I will scroll it down. Of substances.
Oh, okay. Chemistry?
Okay, you're absolutely right. Thank you very much. Okay, so now we pass to reading tasks. Переходимо до завдання з читання. Сьогодні ми будемо виконувати завдання множинного вибору, саме завдання з вибором однієї правильної відповіді. Тож, вам буде запропонований текст і кілька питань до нього. І ваше завдання буде обрати один буде надано кілька варіантів відповідей на ці питання, і ваше завдання буде обрати один правильний варіант. Тож, яким чином виконуються такі завдання? Спочатку треба прочитати заголовок та швидко переглянути текст для того, щоб отримати загальне уявлення про його зміст. Якщо трапляються незнайомі слова, то не треба зупинятися на них. Найголовніше завдання – це зрозуміти загальний зміст тексту. Далі, після того, як ми прочитали текст, ми повинні прочитати запитання до тексту, але не дивлячись на запропоновані варіанти відповіді, тобто прикрити варіанти відповідей, прочитати самі запитання, не читаючи варіанти відповідей. І треба подумати, якою може бути правильна відповідь. І далі вже після цього ми читаємо варіанти відповідей і обираємо варіант, який вважаємо правильним, та аналізуємо, чому інші варіанти не можуть бути правильними. Отже, спочатку ми читаємо текст. Okay, Masha, will you start reading the text?
Learning at home.
Can you see it?
Yeah.
Okay, so start reading, please.
Learning at home. Have you ever thought about leaving school and learning at home? Thousands of young people do exactly that. It's called homeschooling or home education. So why do parents make the decision to do this? Some parents take their children out of school due to bullying or other serious problems, but there is a growing number of British parents who choose to home educate their children from the start. We spoke to Erin Morgan, who chose homeschooling for her children. We took our children out of school when my son Joseph was 6 and daughter Lily was 8. There were no problems with teachers and neither of the children was being bullied. In fact, they were quite popular, but they were simply bored. With large class sizes, little money, and other problems, it's difficult for teachers to give children the individual attention they need.
Okay. Continue.
When we started homeschooling, I was worried the children wouldn't fit in socially, so they have a few organized activities a week. Joseph is learning the trumpet and plays in a band. Lily goes to ballet classes, and they both have swimming lessons. This means they learn skills and enjoy the company of other children at the same time. In addition, I belong to a homeschooling network, so we often get together for trips with other homeschoolers. We don't have a set timetable, but negotiate what we are going to do every day. Morning activities include using the computer, writing, spelling, reading, math, and science. After lunch, we generally choose something more creative like art, sewing, or gardening. I have to admit that...
Sorry to interrupt you, sewing.
Sewing.
Okay.
I have to admit that some activities are more popular than others, but in my view, it's important to get through every subject in order to get a good general education. People ask what happens when homeschoolers get to secondary school age. I have friends with teenage children, and most of them has decided to follow a syllabus to take GCSE exams. This has meant a more organized day, but the young people still take a great deal of responsibility for their own learning. One boy I know is planning to stop homeschooling when he is 16, do a part-time college course, and then go on to university. Whatever the age of your children, homeschooling is a challenge, but in my opinion, the best thing to do is turn the home into a formal school. Learning should be fun, and children and young people need to feel happy in order to achieve.
Окей, thank you. А тепер давайте подивимося ліворуч. Ось тут питання із прибраними варіантами відповідей. Наше з вами завдання зараз спробувати відповісти на них. Окей, read question 1.
The writer says that homeschooling in Britain, I think it was something on the first page, homeschooling in Britain is becoming more popular.
Okay, so then read question 2. Here we
Which
have...
of the following is not...
Okay, continue reading.
Which of the following is not a reason why Erin decided to homeschool her children? Bullying?
Ну, дивіться, тут просто, там просто далі буде перелічено варіанти відповідей. А ваше зараз завдання просто пригадати причину, чому вона вирішила, що дітям краще навчатися вдома.
Because her children were bored.
Добре, це ваш варіант відповіді, потім подивимося. Далі, третє.
What does the word this in paragraph 3 refer to?
Так. Can you see this word? It's typed in bold.
Yeah. This means they learn skills and enjoy the company of other children at the same time. Children taking after-class activities.
Okay, so number 4.
According to Erin, Lily, and Joseph.
Okay, a difficult question, maybe, right? According to Erin, Lily, and Joseph. Про що може йти мова, як ви гадаєте?
Maybe that they were popular at school. I think there was something like that. That neither the children were bullied. In fact, they were quite popular at school.
Okay, so then question 5. Read it. Sorry.
Why did the author write the article?
Author.
To understand why some people choose to homeschool their children.
Okay, now let's have a look at the just a moment, sorry. Зараз ми подивимося з вами на питання із варіантами відповідей. Okay, so read the first.
Number 1 is
First one again.
Number 1. The writer says that homeschooling in Britain, A, is a serious problem. B, only happens when children are unhappy at school. C, must start at a very young age. D, is becoming more common. D.
So you choose variant D. Okay, so right. Okay, number 2.
Which of the following is not a reason why Erin decided to homeschool her children? A, the classes had too many students. B, children didn't get on with other students. C, the teachers couldn't give the students enough attention. D, her children were not interested in the material. B.
Okay, her children didn't get on with other students, так? Тобто це не було причиною, так? Де в нас тут було сказано, це ось цей слайд, що...
They were quite popular.
Okay, so neither of the children was being bullied, right? They were quite popular, right? Так, добре. Третє питання, number 3.
What does the word this in paragraph 3 refer to? Lily and Joseph's after-school activities.
Okay, so it's variant C, right? Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay. Yes, number 4.
According to Aaron, Lily, and Joseph, A especially enjoys the creative activities. B can decide what activities to do each day. C will not take GCSE exams. D will go to regular school when they're 16.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's B.
Okay, so they can decide what activities to do each day. Так. Тобто там в нас було сказано, що знайдіть, будь ласка, це де в нас підтвердження цього у тексті.
We didn't have a set timetable, but negotiate what we are going to do every day.
Okay, so I'd rather say, just a moment. I'd rather say after lunch we generally choose something more creative, тобто вони вирішують, чим їм зайнятися, так? Тобто вони вирішують, що їм робити. Окей, number 5.
Why did the author write the article? A. To
Author.
convince parents to do homeschooling. Author. B. To warn parents about the problems with homeschooling. C. To describe homeschooling and the reason for choosing it. D. To point out the need for improvements to local schools.
Okay.
I
So what
think
is
it's
your
C.
Okay, to describe homeschooling and the reasons for choosing it. Так? Тобто головна ідея автора була описати навчання вдома і причини, чому батьки обирають саме цей тип навчання для своїх дітей у Британії дуже часто. Взагалі у Британії це дуже популярна тенденція насправді останнім часом. Добре, ми переходимо з вами до наступного завдання. Воно стосується тексту, який ми щойно з вами прочитали. Ось, ми не звертали увагу. Ось подивіться, бачите, жовтим виділено певні слова.
Так.
Ось вони, продивіться їх, будь ласка.
Green, individual, fit in, timetable, syllable, formal.
Formal, добре. Так. So the task is to find the highlighted words in the article, match the words with their definitions.
Organized in a strict manner, formal. Written outline of what needs to be studied, designed for a specific person or done with one person only.
Okay, so
timetable.
Just a moment. So number 2, written outline of what needs to be studied. Could you repeat?
Timetable.
Це як навчальний план. Syllabus, yeah. Okay. Number 3.
Become an accepted part of group, fit in.
Masha, let's turn back to number 3, okay? Designed for a specific, because I didn't catch what you say, sorry. So could you repeat it, please? Number 3. Which word have you chosen?
Designed for a specific person or done with one person only. Unique.
Unique, but we are to pay attention to words which are highlighted, to highlighted words. Там нас не було.
I think it was individual then.
Right, individual, okay. Number 4.
Become an accepted part of group, fit in.
Right.
Schedule which gives time for doing things, timetable. Using cruelty to frighten someone who is weaker, bullying.
Right, thank you. And now using these words, complete the sentences.
Jack experienced some bullying at primary school because he was so much shorter than the other students. We don't offer formal art classes. People just get together to paint and discuss their work.
Right. Okay.
Susan was much better at French than the other students, so the school arranged individual lessons for her.
Mm-hmm. Right.
After being homeschooled for 6 years, it took Stella a while to at the local secondary school.
Mm-hmm.
Fit in.
Right. Okay.
The syllabus for this class requires students to read 8 novels and write 4 papers.
Mm-hmm. Sorry, could you repeat the word?
Syllabus.
Yes. Okay. And 6.
A predictable timetable with set times for doing various activities makes young children feel relaxed and secure.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Thank you very much. Very well. Okay. So and now now use of English. Тобто ми зараз переходимо вже до іншого типу завдання використання мови. Тож, минулого разу ми зосереджувалися на тому, як виконувати ці завдання. Давайте ще раз зосередимося на цьому, тобто, яким чином виконується завдання цього типу. Спочатку ми читаємо текст, ігноруючи пропуски. Таким чином ми зможемо отримати загальне уявлення про основну тему тексту. Потім потрібно вже читати речення, в яких є безпосередньо пропуски, і подумати, яке слово найкраще підходить в кожному випадку, яка частина мови або граматична структура може бути в кожному випадку за контекстом, яке загальне слово, яке загальне значення має бути у слова, якого не вистачає у реченні. Потім подивитися на варіанти відповідей, подумати, яке слово звучить найбільш природно у даному реченні, надаючи йому правильний сенс. Ну і вже після закінчення виконання завдання слід прочитати текст знову вже з обраними відповідями. І треба звернути увагу на те, що у кожному випадку обрані слова мають підходити не тільки граматично і логічно. Тобто, ще раз, спочатку ми читаємо текст, ігноруючи пропуски, потім читаємо речення, де є ці пропуски, і намагаємося підібрати правильний варіант. Взагалі ж таки завдання з Use of English, вони бувають граматичного характеру, бувають лексичного характеру. Тобто, ось перше завдання з Use of English, ось це, яке ви бачите на екрані, це завдання граматичного характеру, тобто воно спрямоване на перевірку знань часів, використання різних частин мови, артиклів і так далі. Тобто, спочатку ми читаємо текст, ігноруючи пропуски. Окей, will you please read it?
Student exchange. 2 years ago, I went on an exchange program to Italy, and it probably turned out to be the best year of my life. I read a lot about Italy.
Okay, Masha, sorry to interrupt it. Then look it through, okay? Now, just look it through. Don't be in a hurry thinking about the correct answer. So then don't read it aloud, look it through just. And when you are ready, tell me about it, okay? Okay, Masha, ready? Have you looked it through?
Yeah. Yeah.
Not yet? Okay, now let's read the sentences. Let's read sentences with gaps. Okay. І зараз мені здається, що трохи дрібно якось на екрані. Зараз спробую трохи збільшити. Так, зараз. Ой, ось. Не вміщується просто усе на екран одразу. Добре, будь ласка, зараз читайте речення з пропусками.
Це інший текст.
О, вибачте, це інший текст, так.
2 years ago, I went on an exchange program to Italy, and it out to be the best year of my life.
Okay, so?
Turned out.
Okay, so what tense is it? Can you explain?
Past simple.
Okay, why have you chosen exactly this tense, exactly this variant?
Because before was also was also used past simple. I went on exchange program.
Okay, right. And besides, we have the adverbial modifier of time. У нас є обставина часу 2 years ago. Ми знаємо з вами, що зі словом ago зазвичай використовується past simple. Okay, the next sentence.
I read a lot about Italy when I at primary school because I was fascinated with gladiators and ancient Rome.
Так. So, what have you chosen?
When I was B.
Okay, yes. Can you explain why?
Because it's about the past, and after that also because I was fascinated.
Добре, в мене питання тоді, чому не used to be? Used to be – це ж в нас також вираз, який позначає минулі дії у минулому, але ви обрали was, а не used to be. Чому? Do you have any idea? So what do you remember about the expression used to be? When do we use it usually?
It's used when talking about something that was true in the past but not anymore.
So, and besides it shows repeated actions, так? Тобто показує повторювані дії у минулому, які контрастують з теперішнім часом. Але ось тут у цьому тексті автор просто констатує факт у минулому. Тобто це просто констатація факту, а не згадування якихось повторюваних дій, тому використовуємо просто past simple, а не used to be. Okay, the next sentence with the sentence with the next
There was an exchange program at my school, and I was really excited that I had qualified for it. D, to learn.
Okay, I will help you. So when you use just the verb to be followed by an adjective, so after that must go the infinitive. Тобто у конструкції з дієсловом to be, коли далі йде якийсь прийменник, прикметник, якось тут, наприклад, у нас excited, то далі повинен бути інфінітив. I was excited, I was astonished, I was surprised, etc. Тобто у подібних комбінаціях повинен йти інфінітив. Далі, четверте.
Of course, it wasn't easy. Took me 1 year of study before I passed the exam that showed that my talent was good enough for me to go to school there. It took me
Окей, it took me. Добре. Чому не variant C, наприклад? Чому не this, як гадаєте?
М,
Окей.
Я не знаю. Воно
Ну,
просто
дивіться.
здається правильним, але я не можу
Окей.
це пояснити.
Ну, дивіться, просто є такий вираз. It takes me some time to do something. Тобто, це займає мені, наприклад, it takes me 30 minutes to get to school. Тобто, дорога до школи займає 30 хвилин. Тобто, є такий вираз просто. It takes me some time to do something. Okay. The next one, number 5.
I also managed my parents that a year abroad was worth the extra expense, saying that experience would look good on my university applications. Managed to convince
Okay. Can you
after,
explain why?
after the word manage, infinitive was used.
Right. Ну, тобто, абсолютно вірно. Після дієслова менеджера виявився інфінітив. Просто існують певні дієслова, за якими повинен йти інфінітив, і певні дієслова, за якими йде герунді. Тобто, manage, so the verb manage is followed by the infinitive. Okay, then what about number 6? The article, right? An experience or just different. So choose between articles and different other words such as one, these, determiners, different determiners. Okay.
I think it's C, there, because it's about this specific experience, not just experience in general.
Так, ну тобто певний досвід, про який йшлося раніше. Окей? Добре. 7 речення.
At first, I felt a little homesick because there were many differences in people's behavior. So,
Okay, so many differences. Okay, any ideas why?
such is used with nouns. Then is used in comparisons, and as is also used in comparisons.
Okay, no, so you're absolutely right that you use so here. So the word so collocates with the word many. Тобто сполучається. Є таке поняття як collocation. Ну, це схоже на сталі вирази. Ну, це, наприклад, коли з якимось одним словом ми можемо використати, тобто якесь слово сполучається з іншим словом, з певним словом, але не сполучається з іншим. Наприклад, ми можемо сказати fast food, але не можемо сказати quick food, наприклад. Тобто so сполучається з many. So collocates with many. Okay, number 8.
They were all really warm and welcoming though, and wasn't long before I had made a lot of friends. It.
Why?
They is about place. It's definitely not suitable here. I is also not suitable because it's when person talks about themselves, and it's not the case here.
Okay, and what about this? What about variant D?
I think it is generally used when we don't have a noun that the verb applies to.
Okay, actually the explanation is very simple. So it wasn't long before, it's just a set phrase. So it must be remembered just. Okay, it's just a set phrase. So which means that there was only a short time before something else happened. Тобто це просто сталий вираз. Okay, then next one, number 9.
I'm still in touch with them today, and I have learned about myself from living abroad and surrounding myself with culture was so different from mine.
Mhm.
Learned a lot because the rest can be used with article A.
Mhm.
Uh, which
Which? Why?
mm, because here we need either which or that, and we don't have that, so only which is left.
Okay, you're absolutely right. Which – це відносний займенник, який служить для сполучення частин складного речення, і which відноситься до неістот. Тож, which – це тут це саме той варіант, який є правильним. Добре, дякую. Okay, here we have one more text. So the task is also to fill in the gaps choosing the correct variant. So it's a lexical task. Попереднє завдання було граматичного характеру, а це в нас лексичного характеру. Тож, знов-таки, зараз продивіться, будь ласка, текст і скажіть мені, коли ви будете готові. So have a look through the text and then tell me when you are ready. Ready?
Yeah.
Okay, now let's read the sentences with gaps. Oh, sorry.
It's a horrible feeling, mainly because it's about the reason.
Okay, because read the text up to the end. Okay.
Because there is no way to keep it from happening.
There is no way to keep it from happening. Тобто so, як воно перекладається? Це в нас, може перекладатися як
Тому що теж.
Тому що таким чином, так? Окей. Because, зрозуміло. Далі, despite.
Попри те, що.
Незважаючи, так, попри те, що, незважаючи на те, що добре. Whereas. Знайоме слово?
Той час як.
Так, тобто ви обрали тут because, так? Тому що вказується на причину. Абсолютно вірно. Добре, далі.
You're sitting in your math or history lesson, the classroom is hot, there is no air to breathe, and your eyes start to feel heavy.
Heavy. Окей. Так, чому ви обрали саме цей варіант?
I think it's also a set phrase, and it makes sense. Like, eyelids start to feel heavy as you can't open them.
Окей. Тобто воно за сенсом тут підходить, так? So heavy eyes, to have heavy eyes just it's when it's difficult to lift or move your eyes, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so the next one.
Then your head droops and you jump awake, only for the whole process to start again.
To start again. Інші не підходять, так? Open, take, go, вони зовсім не підходять логічно за смислом тут. Так, добре, далі.
Every week my teacher would turn off the lights, draw the blinds and show us a film.
Так, зараз.
D.
D, так? Turn off the lights. Окей. Тобто тут також інші просто не підходять за сенсом, так? Вмикати світло – це turn off. Окей, the next one.
I never stayed up late the night before, and I was interested in.
Окей, interested in. Чому ви обрали interested in?
Because it's used with in.
Ага, окей. It's used with in. Добре, давайте подивимося, з якими прийменниками використовуються інші слова. Excited. So, do you have any ideas, actually? Maybe you know
Excited
it.
about.
Okay, excited.
About.
Okay, have a look. Excited about, by, at. Yeah, it means happy or interested because something good has happened or will happen. Схвильований, зворушений, так? Keen on. Keen вимагає прийменника on. So it means wanting to do something or interested in something. Зацікавлений або захоплений. Inspired by or with, having a desire, confidence or enthusiasm to do something. Натхненний. And interested is followed by in, giving your attention to something because you enjoy it. Зацікавлений. Тобто саме цей варіант нам підходить найбільше тут, тому що далі йде прийменник in. Okay, continue.
Every week I used to try different ways of staying awake.
So different ways, it's variant which one? Can you name the letter?
C.
So C, right? Different ways. Okay, so can you just think about the difference between particular, so individual, contrasting? What do these words mean?
Particular is like specific. Contrasting, different from each other when comparing to opposite things.
Okay, individual.
Different is like various, and individual is made specifically for a certain person.
Right. Okay, now have a look. So you're absolutely right. Particular, it means special, these, and not any other. Особливий, специфічний. Contrasting, it means different from each other. Протилежний, different, це просто різний. Used to talk about two or more things of the same kind. Різний. And individual, belonging to or intended for one person rather than a group. Індивідуальний. Тобто ви обрали тут ще раз який варіант? Different. Так, дуже добре. Далі. 7.
I would try to focus on the film and take notes, but nothing used to work, and no more than 10 minutes into the film, I would be as fast asleep as a baby in a cot.
Nothing, right? Okay.
Yeah.
Тобто воно просто нам логічно підходить тут, так?
Так.
Окей. Так, зараз. Добре, далі. Sorry. З масштабом ніяк не вгадаю, вибачте. Так, будь ласка.
The thing is, I didn't want to. In fact, geography was one of my favorite subjects at school.
Okay. Want, right? I didn't want to. Тобто, знов нам підходить воно за змістом найбільше, так?
Так.
Добре. А ось 9 ви обрали ще раз що? Subjects, так? Ну, до речі, щодо понять ось цих topics, themes. Do you know the difference between topic and theme?
Not really.
Okay, now have a look. So, topic is a subject. Who or what is this piece about? When reading a paper, a story, you know what the topic is just. And theme is the message, the central idea that the author is trying to convey. So, what is the author trying to get across the reader? Тобто, topic, просто тема, theme – це як головна ідея того, що автор хоче донести до читача. Ось, ну, subject і object взагалі можуть мати різні значення, так, object, it may be a person or thing, somebody pays attention to a scene that can be seen or touched but is not a live subject can also have different meanings. It can be a person or scene that is being discussed or dealt with, or an area of knowledge studied in a school, college. Тобто в нашому випадку це ось це значення предмет саме, так? An area of knowledge studied in a school, college. Тобто саме цей варіант ми і обираємо. Добре. 10. Так.
The first time was when I opened my eyes and saw the light was on, the film had stopped and everyone was laughing. Suddenly.
When I suddenly opened my eyes, так? Тобто воно нам найбільше підходить за змістом, так?
Так.
Добре. Ще нам потрібно наприкінці, ну, після того, як ми вже заповнили всі пропуски, вирішили, чому саме підходить цей варіант, а не цей. Тобто, коли ми вже пропуски всі заповнили, нам ще потрібно прочитати текст. До речі, ми з вами забули зробити це з попереднім текстом. Ну, давайте прочитаємо ось цей, який ми аналізували щойно.
Have you ever actually fallen asleep in class? It's a horrible feeling, mainly because there is no way to keep it from happening. You're sitting in your maths or history lessons, the classroom is hot, there is no air to breathe, and your eyes start to feel heavy. Then your head droops and you jump awake, only for the whole process to start again. I used to fall asleep every Wednesday afternoon in geography lessons. Every week my teacher would turn off the lights, draw the blinds, and show us film. I never stayed up late the night before, and I was interested in the subject, so I couldn't understand what was going on. Every week I used to try different ways of staying awake. I would pinch myself on the arm, roll my head, or draw little pictures. I would try to focus on the film and take notes, but nothing used to work, and no more than 10 minutes into the film, I would be as fast asleep as a baby in a cot. The thing is, I didn't want to. In fact, geography was one of my favorite subjects at school. But I just couldn't help falling asleep. The worst time was when I suddenly opened my eyes and saw that the light was on, the film had stopped and everyone was laughing. Apparently, I had not only been sleeping, I had been snoring loudly too.
Thank you very much. Дякую. Дуже добре. Ну, в принципі, ми зробили з вами все, що я планувала на сьогодні. Тож, я була дуже рада вас бачити, дуже приємно з вами працювати. Ми з вами зустрічаємося через тиждень, у суботу, за цим саме посиланням об 11:30. Буду рада бачити вас знову. Долучайтеся.
Гаразд. До побачення.
До побачення. Гарних вихідних.
Гарних вихідних.
Дякую. До побачення.